Two storm systems are on a collision course right now, and they are moving fast. When they merge, 40 million people east of the Rockies feel the impact simultaneously. West Virginia just recorded its first confirmed damaging tornado in over a decade. Not Oklahoma, not Texas, not Kansas, West Virginia. And that changes your mental map. Stick with me, because this is the most consequential weather setup of this entire spring. We have severe weather firing tonight across the Midwest while most people are asleep. We have a major Tuesday tornado threat for the Arklatex corridor, peaking after dark. We have a significant Rocky Mountain snow event building midweek on fully leafed out trees. And then, late week, two separate atmospheric systems merge over the Northeast and produce cyclogenesis. That word matters. Cyclogenesis means a low-pressure system forming or intensifying rapidly over land. When two major systems combine energy over the same geography, the result is significantly larger. Let me walk you through every piece of this, day by day, region by region. Storm 1 has been parked over southeastern Canada for more than a week without moving. It is slowly spinning over Ontario and Quebec, continuously dragging cold Arctic air southward. This is a blocking low, persistent, stationary, and it is not going anywhere soon. It is the reason you have been reaching for a jacket in May. Temperatures in Cleveland and Pittsburgh dropped toward the upper 20s last Saturday night. Frost warnings fired across the Ohio Valley this weekend, in May. If you put anything in the ground this spring, cover your plants through May 12th. This pattern has defined May 2026, root cause of everything unusual this week. A blocking low also acts as a wall, intercepting any Pacific system from the west. That wall is exactly what is setting up the merger event late this week. Storm 2 is a Pacific closed low actively crossing California today, moving toward the Rockies. A closed low moves more slowly, carries more energy, and hits harder on impact. Storm 2 is dropping snow on the High Sierra, levels falling towards 7,000 feet. What starts as California snow today becomes the Southern Plains severe weather driver by Tuesday. Same system, different expression of the same energy at a different point in the journey. Tonight, Storm 1's cold front is actively developing southward across the upper Midwest right now. By early Tuesday, it stretches from southern Michigan through eastern Kansas, directly through loaded air. Ahead of that front, tonight a low-level jet cranks up after midnight across the corridor. Cape values of 1,000 to 1,500 joules per kilogram develop after dark tonight. Combined with effective shear above 35 knots, these storms are capable of large hail. This is a nocturnal event. Storms fire after dark when visibility is zero. A siren through bedroom walls while you sleep is not a warning system, period. Your phone on the nightstand with emergency alerts on, that difference has cost lives. If you are in Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, or Ohio, set overnight alerts tonight. Tornado risk tonight is low but cannot be completely zeroed out before dawn. If you have a NOAA weather radio, turn it on before sleep tonight. The threat window tonight runs from approximately midnight through 4 a.m. across the corridor. That is when the low-level jet peaks and the strongest cells organize after dark. Mobile home in Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, or Ohio tonight. Shelter now, not at midnight. Now let's move to Tuesday, the day this entire week has been building toward. Storm 2 ejects from the Rockies ahead of Storm 1's cold front. And the result is the Arklatex severe weather event, highest end threat of this week. Dew points of 60 to near 70 degrees load up across the Arklatex corridor. The low-level jet increases significantly through Tuesday evening, delivering rotational wind shear into developing supercells. Significant tornado parameter values across the Red River Valley support major rotating supercells today. Let me be city-specific because you deserve precision. Colored risk maps do not help. Texarkana, You are in the bullseye for Tuesday evening's primary severe weather window. Fort Smith and Little Rock. The surface low tracks toward your area Tuesday overnight. Jonesboro, Arkansas, Tuesday overnight is your corridor. Environment for tornadoes improves after sunset. Shreveport and Monroe, storm activity reaches your area in a tornado-favorable environment Tuesday evening. Idabel, southeastern Oklahoma. Tuesday afternoon is your earliest risk window as supercells fire. Betty from Texarkana. Get the shelter plan confirmed before noon Tuesday, not at siren time. The nocturnal component is the part that demands the most preparation from everyone tonight. The low-level jet peaks after sunset. The tornado environment improves as evening becomes overnight. Tuesday night is not a night to assume the worst has passed at sunset. Mobile home in this corridor, be in a sturdy structure before Tuesday evening. Set overnight alerts before Tuesday afternoon. Confirm your shelter location now. Wednesday is where the story gets complex across multiple regions simultaneously, piece by piece. Tuesday's remnant energy does not fade. It reorganizes across the Deep South Wednesday. A new severe threat develops Wednesday from East Texas through Louisiana and into Alabama. Dew points stay in the 60s Wednesday. The atmosphere has not recovered from Tuesday. Atlanta and North Georgia are under a flood watch from Wednesday afternoon through Thursday morning. 1 to 2.5 inches expected for Atlanta, isolated 4 inches possible. Atlanta's peak severe window is 6 p.m. through midnight Wednesday. Damaging winds lead. Get home before 6 p.m. Wednesday in Atlanta. That is the most important move. In the Rockies and Front Range, Storm 2 brings winter driving conditions to the passes. The Medicine Bow Mountains, the Bighorns, the Wind River Range, late season snow arriving midweek. If you are traveling mountain passes in Wyoming or Colorado this week, check conditions first. In the central U.S., remnant energy spreads heavy rainfall across 3 river valleys Wednesday. Rivers across the Mississippi and Ohio valleys are already running elevated from April storms. Additional heavy rainfall on saturated soils is the exact recipe for flash flooding tonight. Frank from the Tennessee Valley. Know your flood-prone roads before the rain arrives Wednesday. Heavy rainfall on rivers already above normal is a dangerous combination this week. Chattanooga, Nashville, and Knoxville are all in the elevated flooding corridor Wednesday. Rivers across the Ohio and Tennessee valleys are running elevated with no buffer left. Do not drive through flooded roads in this region. Turn around every single time, no exceptions. Forecasters have named this corridor the highest flash flood priority zone for 2026. The Texas Hill Country is the area I am watching most carefully for flash flooding. The limestone karst terrain of the Edwards Plateau means water rises fast with little warning. Turn around, don't drown. Every single time, no exceptions, no appointment is worth it. The Weather Prediction Center's excessive rainfall discussion is your first read every morning this week. If excessive rainfall risk is posted for your area, know your flood-prone roads. The events of 2025 in the Hill Country showed exactly how fast that becomes life-threatening. Any significant rainfall in the Hill Country this week needs to be taken seriously. Now let's move to Thursday and Friday, the days most people east of the Rockies are underestimating. Now, Thursday and Friday are the days every viewer east of the Mississippi needs. This is the merger. Storm 1 and Storm 2 come together and produce cyclogenesis. The Weather Prediction Center is explicitly flagging rapid low-pressure development over the Northeast. New York City, Philadelphia, Boston, the Connecticut and Rhode Island coastlines. Monitor this closely. From North Carolina through Cape Cod, 50 to 60 miles per hour gusts are possible. The European and GFS models differ on how close this storm tracks to land. Late season interior snow is possible in the Adirondacks and higher terrain of northern New England. Sandra from coastal Connecticut. Offshore versus nearshore track makes an enormous difference for you. I will have sharpened details on the Northeast merger as the model guidance converges Tuesday. I need to come back to West Virginia. The lesson transcends this event. A decade of quiet means an entire generation grew up without a real tornado warning. Emergency management may have turned over. Institutional memory has faded. That is the danger. In 2026, tornado activity has spread extraordinarily. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, West Virginia. The blocking low over Canada is steering storms into communities with less severe weather experience. West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland. Communities with limited severe weather experience need a plan. A tornado warning means 8 to 12 minutes to reach shelter. Do you know where yours is? Share this with someone east of the Mississippi who does not follow severe weather. Severe weather does not check your prior experience before it knocks on your door. The merger produces severe weather from West Virginia through Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and New York. Have a plan regardless of where you live. Severe weather respects no mental map. Complete week at a glance. 40 million in the path. West Virginia's lesson still fresh. Tuesday, Arklatex Bullseye. Texarkana, Fort Smith, Little Rock, Shreveport. Set alerts before afternoon. Tuesday through Thursday, Rocky Mountain snow above 7,000 feet. Check passes before traveling. Wednesday through Friday, heavy rainfall and flash flooding across the Mississippi and Ohio valleys. Late week, cyclogenesis over the Northeast, coastal wind and flooding, Carolinas to Maine. Through May 12th, continued frost risk across the northern tier. Cover your plants nightly. Drop your city in the comments. Tell me what it looks like out there. Tonight through Tuesday is when the preparation window closes for the South and Midwest. I will be updating this forecast in real time as each chapter of the week develops. Stay with me through this event. The details sharpen, and the details this week matter enormously. Whether you are in tonight's corridor, Tuesday's Arklatex zone, or the late week Northeast merger, I am tracking every piece of this with updates as each chapter unfolds. Stay safe out there. 40 million in the path. West Virginia's lesson still fresh. See you next update.